My son died a week ago. I just found out someone has been sleeping with the corpse. The last words I ever heard from my son William were, "See you later, Mom." I never imagined anything could hurt more than the day I lost him, but I was wrong. Will and his best friend had gone out to play near the old barn with the swing all the kids loved. No one ever thought it could be dangerous until the rope snapped and he fell, hitting his head. He didn't get up. Even a week later, I couldn't believe he was gone. It still felt like a cruel joke I couldn't wake up from. We were preparing for the funeral when the coroner's office called. They said the body was missing. I couldn't breathe. My baby stolen again. They told me the cameras had malfunctioned, coincidentally, but nothing added up. I started digging. Turns out this wasn't the first time a body had gone missing from that same coroner's office. Desperate for answers, I contacted Sam, an old friend and private investigator. He started watching the coroner closely. At first, the man just seemed nervous. He'd drive erratically, checking his mirrors constantly. Sam kept tracking him for over a week. Then one night, the coroner drove out to an industrial area, unlocked a private container, put something inside, and left. Sam and I checked the spot later. It was empty. We knew he either moved it or figured out he was being followed. That's when I made a decision. We were going to break into his house. I didn't care if it meant crossing a line. The next morning, after he left, we entered. The place was normal, except for a stench that made my stomach twist. As we searched, Sam found a compartment with a VHS tape, a note, and a recorder. I opened the letter, and I read. I wish I hadn't. "I'm not insane. I just got my new sewing machine today. I don't know what it is, but I love being around bodies. They're quiet, peaceful. Today's corpse was beautiful. I don't mean it like that. I'm not sick. He looked like he was just sleeping." I shook as I read. I didn't want to believe this had anything to do with Will. It was storming when they brought him in. When I rested my head on his chest, I felt something, a heartbeat. He was alive, barely, but I couldn't give him back. I wanted him as my own. My knees buckled. Will, he had been alive. My child wasn't dead. He'd been taken. I laid him in bed, nestled a pillow beneath the wound, took pictures, careful not to show the gash. He looked perfect. I couldn't finish. I dropped the letter and sobbed, unable to comprehend what I'd read. But Will was alive, somewhere in this house. I could still get him back. Sam and I began to search every room, driven by pure desperation. The house was silent except for our frantic movements. We were nearly done with the ground floor when we heard it. A faint sound, a door, banging. We froze, then ran. Down a narrow hallway, hidden behind a shelf, we found a locked door. Sam kicked it open. There he was, pale, thin, eyes sunken, but still alive. My son. He was barely conscious, but he blinked at me. I crumpled beside him, shaking as I wrapped my arms around his frail frame. We called an ambulance. Will was rushed to the hospital and stabilized. He had survived, somehow, through days of captivity and God knows what else. The coroner was arrested that evening. His house, his letters, his tapes, all evidence of things I still can't say aloud. It's been 3 months since I got Will back. He still doesn't speak. He wakes up screaming some nights, but he's here, he's home, and I will never let anyone take him from me again.